ब्रेक के बाद गुलिस्तान न्यूज पर आपका फिर से बहुत बहुत स्वागत। सीधा जम्मू कश्मीर असेंबली सेशन की तरफ आपको ली चलते हैं, जहां पर जम्मू कश्मीर के लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर मनोज सिन्हा इस वक्त असेंबली हॉल में पहुंच चुके हैं और खिताब शुरू होने जा रहा है, यानी बजट इजलास की शुरुआत ऑफिशियली हो गई है। जम्मू कश्मीर के लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर मनोज सिन्हा अपना खिताब शुरू कर चुके हैं।
It also provides a moment to reaffirm our shared commitment to fulfill the aspirations of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. For me, this occasion represents not merely an accounting of resources or outcomes, but a reflection of our vision for a prosperous, inclusive, and resilient Jammu and Kashmir. I extend my sincere gratitude to every citizen contributing to this transformation, our farmers, workers, artisans, youth, women, entrepreneurs, educators, healthcare professionals, security personnel, and public servants. Their dedication and perseverance constitute the bedrock of our progress. The past year marks a significant milestone in the democratic journey of Jammu and Kashmir, with the formation of an elected government after a gap of several years. This transition to popular governance has strengthened public faith in democratic institutions. My government has focused on restoring participatory governance, rebuilding public confidence, and ensuring that the voice of every region and community finds expression in policy making. The development trajectory of Jammu and Kashmir continues to be guided by the foundational principles of economy, ecology, and equity. These principles are not merely aspirational, but serve as the guiding framework for policy formulation and implementation. While notable progress has been achieved across sectors, the government remains conscious of the need for sustained and focused efforts to ensure balanced, inclusive, and environmentally sustainable development. Good governance continues to be the cornerstone of the government's development strategy in Jammu and Kashmir. Sustained reforms in transparency, accountability, digital governance, and citizen-centric service delivery have significantly strengthened public trust and institutional efficiency. The digital transformation has imparted new momentum to development and reinforced corruption-free governance. With over 1,500 public services available online and 391 services integrated with the auto-pay systems to ensure timely delivery. During the last 1 year, the government has placed renewed emphasis on responsive and people-centric administration. Regular public grievance redressal meetings at the Chief Minister's Outreach Office and the strengthening of JK Samadhan portal have ensured that governments reaches the doorstep of citizens. Thousands of grievances have been resolved through time-bound interventions and reinforced trust between the government and the people. During the previous year, the Union Territory recorded 82 crore transactions, averaging over 20 lakh transactions per day, while 128 services have been integrated with DigiLocker. Complete Aadhaar seeding of welfare beneficiaries has enabled seamless direct benefit transfer, under which credited directly to the accounts of beneficiaries through 77 DBT schemes in the current financial year. Complementing these efforts, a comprehensive artificial intelligence strategy is being formulated to drive innovation and efficiency across priority sectors, including healthcare, agriculture, mobility, education, and law enforcement. The economy has demonstrated encouraging momentum in recent years. The Union Territory recorded a nominal growth rate of around 11%, reflecting the positive outcomes of sustained policy reforms, enhanced infrastructure development, and proactive investment facilitation. The government remains committed to consolidating the growth trajectory through strengthened fiscal discipline and by creating diversified and sustainable employment opportunities with particular emphasis on youth and women. Jammu and Kashmir is one of the fastest growing states UTs in the country. GST revenue collection has shown steady growth from rupees 8,064 crore in 23-24 to rupees 8,506 crore in 24-25. Trend from electric power has witnessed a substantial increase of 16% in 24-25. The special assistance to states for capital infusion, for interest-free loans, for capital investment has been extended to JNK from the current financial year. Under SASCI, rupees 1,431 crore has been sanctioned for 222 projects and rupees 210 crore as matching share for 12 central responsible schemes. First installment of rupees 1,083 crore has been received. Jammu and Kashmir Bank has undertaken various reforms for professionalization of management, meritocratic selection of top posts, and capital infusion. This has resulted in turnaround of the bank by improving the net NPA and improved its capital adequacy. Infrastructure development continues to be a critical driver of economic transformation in the Union Territory. The road sector in the Union Territory has witnessed unprecedented investment amounting to rupees 61,528 crore, encompassing expressway, national highway, ring roads and tunnels, significantly enhancing regional and inter-regional connectivity. 3 major tunnels, including the Sonmarg tunnel, have been completed, while 8 others, including Strategic-Jojila tunnel, are at advanced stages of completion. The Narbal-Sopia-Surankot road has been declared a national highway, further strengthening all-weather connectivity across the Pir Panjal region. In addition, 19 new national highway projects with an estimated cost of rupees 10,637 crore have been sanctioned for 25-26, which includes key infrastructure works such as the Pir Ki Gali tunnel, Sadhana tunnel, Lal Chowk Parimpura flyover, and Megam flyover, aimed at decongesting urban centers and improving mobility. My government places on record its deep appreciation to the Government of India for the launch of PMGSY4, which will ensure road connectivity to 2,400 unconnected habitations. Under phase 1 of this program, 316 projects involving an investment of rupees 4,224 crore have already been sanctioned, covering a total road length of 1,781 kilometers. In a historic milestone, the Kashmir Valley has been connected with the rest of the country through the railway network, opening new avenues for trade, tourism, and economic progress. A full-fledged railway division has also been sanctioned for Jammu and Kashmir, and expansion and modernization of Jammu Tawi railway station is under progress. The first ever FCI food grain freight train to Kashmir has been operationalized, integrating the region with the national freight network and ensuring year-round logistics, reduced pressure on NH44 and foster economic activities. The expansion of Jammu Airport is progressing steadily, and the introduction of evening flight operations has further strengthened air connectivity. Power sector has been one of the priority sectors of my government, which is witnessing structural transformation. Major hydropower projects, Pakaldul, Kiru, Kwar, and Ratle, with a combined capacity of 3,014 megawatt, are under active execution. Over the past 5 years, a record 5,708 MVA has been added to the distribution sector and 4,239 MVA to the transmission sector. Installation of smart prepaid meters is underway in mission mode, with 10.44 lakh smart meters already installed and 100% coverage targeted by 26-27. As a result, losses have been reduced by 9%, while revenue realization has increased by 16%. In parallel, the solarization of government buildings and households under the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana is further strengthening the Union Territory's renewable energy footprint. Over 6700 government buildings and more than 16,800 households have been solarized, reducing electricity costs and enhancing energy security. Recognizing the hardships faced by the citizens, especially during winter months, the government undertook daily monitoring of power supply and directed targeted interventions to ensure better electricity availability. A special focus was laid on uninterrupted supply during religious occasions, examinations, and a peak winter summer months. A transparent schedule-based power distribution mechanism was put in place to minimize inconvenience to consumers. On the recommendation of J&K government, the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Government of India has accorded approval to a project for providing 203 units of electricity to 2.23 lakh AAY families of Jammu and Kashmir under PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Utility-led aggregation model implementation is going to start soon. My government is making efforts to provide safe, adequate and sustainable drinking water to every household through Jal Jeevan Mission. Majority of the rural households have been provided tap water connections, marking significant progress towards universal coverage. Major infrastructure projects such as the Sahapur Kandi Dam and the new Pradap Canal reflect the government's sustained commitment to strengthening irrigation infrastructure and long-term water security in the region. Tourism continues to be a vital pillar of the economy of Jammu and Kashmir, despite challenges arising from the security-related incidents and natural calamities. The Union Territory recorded 1.78 crore tourist visits in 25. Recognizing its potential, tourism has been accorded industry status to attract investment and generate employment. First ever Christian Garden, Bhagalpur, Dawood, has been thrown open for tourists from October 2025 with more than 50 vibrant varieties. This garden is a strategic cornerstone in our national transition. Just as the tourist garden defines our spring, is set to become the definitive icon of our inviting the world to witness the beauty of Kashmir during that season. This is going to attract the tourists in the region, recognizing tourism as a lifeline of the Kashmir's economy. The government undertook confidence building measures, improved facilitation, and strengthened coordination with the stakeholders. The special approach was made to revive tourism in Jammu, advantage in Kashmir, and eco-tourism in tribal and border areas, ensuring equitable regional growth. My government is going to introduce a major project for sustainable development of tourist destinations with investment from government funding as well as private sector participation to broaden the tourism footprint in Jammu and Kashmir. This will generate employment opportunities and ensure that the benefits of tourism reach the remote and unexplored areas. The program will focus on developing these destinations, promoting home stays, rural and border tourism, and encouraging community participation in tourism activities. The Kashmir Marathon is a flagship initiative positioning the region in the premier sports and wellness destination. Following its 2024 debut, the 2025 edition grew significantly, attracting over 1,000 runners and international athletes from 11 countries. Besides the new edition of the Jammu Marathon, is set for March 2026. My government is also focusing on revitalizing the agriculture and the rice sector through holistic agriculture development transforming the traditional farm into a modern, diversified, and remunerative enterprise. Strengthening post-harvest infrastructure and market integration between security, controlled atmosphere, sewage storage capacity has increased to 2.9 lakh metric tons through public and private investment. And we are additional 15 metric ton added this year, raising the total 3.07 lakh metric ton. To improve returns of 17 have been integrated with the union platform, registering 5,355 farmers, traders, FPOs, and stakeholders, and facilitating trade worth 1,680.34 crore involving 28.26 lakh quintals of agricultural and horticulture produce. Crop diversification has gained a strong momentum with the cultivated area expanding by 6.2% from 12.7 lakh hectares to 13.50 lakh hectares. The focused effort to strengthen the seed ecosystem has improved the seed replacement rate from 12% to 22%, enhancing productivity and resilience. The yellow revolution has emerged as a significant source in Kashmir, with also the increasing for 1.4 lakh hectares to 2.1 lakh hectares, leading to the production. And production has also risen sharply from 2,200 metric ton to over 3,800 metric ton in the last 3 years, placing the Kashmir in complete leading producers. This production has also recorded a sharp acceleration of 16% from 25.40 thousand tons in 21-22 to 29.40 thousand tons in 24-25, highlighting the impact of targeted interventions to protect farmers from climatic and market risk. The Pradhan Mantri Bima Yojana has been implemented across all 20 districts during Kharif 2025. Over 2.01 lakh farmers were covered, and February 25-26 coverage proposed for nearly 30,000 hectares supported by awareness and enrollment campaigns. Insurance coverage is also being extended to horticulture crops. Kisan Khidmat Ghars have emerged as a key institutional support system integrating over 7 lakh farmers and enabling access to government services, welfare schemes, and export advisories, thereby strengthening last mile delivery. To preserve agricultural heritage, GI tags have been secured for 7 products: Kashmir saffron, Jammu basmati, Bhadrawa rajma, Sulai honey rajma, Karadi rajma, Amarna rajma, and Mustuchi rice, while continuous products are at various stages of registration. For the response, Jammu has established a state-of-the-art executive gene bank, the third in the country, for conserving valuable genetic resources. The dairy and livestock sector has recorded sustained growth through breed improvement, expanded artificial insemination, and better animal milk. Animal milk production has reached 28.75 lakh metric tons. Mutton production increased from 318.64 lakh kg in 2021 to 376.06 lakh kilogram in 24-25, reflecting nearly 18% growth, while meat production rose from 68.45 lakh kg to 79.90 lakh kg, registering over 16% growth. To strengthen our organized sector, 150,000 USD milk processing plants will be established and commissioned at June during 25-26 on the National Program for Dairy Development. Another 1 lakh LPG plant at Lucknow has also been sanctioned by the Government of India under the service scheme. To enhance transparency, efficiency, and outreach in agricultural public delivery, 500 has been taken to improve the healthcare service delivery. CEPAC has been launched to bring healthcare services and patients into one digital platform. 15 lakh users have been registered so far, with the thousands of them available by services. TNAG has been established in 7 agencies on the open model to provide round-the-clock specialist services to the patients. The education sector is undergoing comprehensive transformation, implementation of the national education policy, introduction of the smart classroom, Atal Tinkering labs, STEM facilities, and ICT labs are improving learning outcomes. Atal Tinkering labs have already been established. 172 Atal Tinkering labs have already been established, and 500 more are being established in the Atal Innovation Mission of NITI Aayog. Further, 1,420 CL computers ordered involving centers and 158 ICT lab system established. 151 ICT labs and 4,000 smart classrooms are in progress of establishment. Records of 34.54 lakh students in class 10 quality control have been approved, and the laptop facility boards to facilitate the students under digital transformation. 306 schools have been approved with the PNC Yojana in the first phase. Vidya Sameksha Kendra has been set up and made operational for data-driven decision making and education improvements. To expand access, the government is launching JKV Pathshala TV channel, broadcasting curriculum-based lessons and lectures in local language. The training of the post-secondary by the higher education institutions, along with advances in higher education and research, reflects the government's commitment to academic excellence. University of Jammu and University of Kashmir have been accredited with a plus grade by 74 government degree colleges have also received NAAC accreditation, and efforts have been made to ensure that all colleges achieve this standard for quality education. 5 new college building GTC, Commonwealth Samaj, GTC Punjab, GTC Pune, Pune GTC Adarpura, Srinagar, and GTC Idwar have been completed during this year, and 3 more college buildings, Tarun GTC, Madhura GTC, Patharwal GTC Vajraram are likely to be completed in 2026. Urban development is being momentum through focused implementation of the smart city mission, AMRUT, and Swachh Bharat mission. Improvements in urban mobility, solid waste management, reduction of buses, and pollution mitigation initiatives are enhancing the quality of life in urban centers. Under the smart city mission, 277 projects have been completed. Under AMRUT 2, 90 projects with an estimated cost of more than rupees 1,000 crore have been approved, out of which 17 have been completed and 67 are under execution. These projects are aimed to improve the sanitation, water supply, and rejuvenation of water bodies. Through the Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0, the government is focusing on transforming urban landscapes into garbage-free areas to enhance sanitation and waste management. ULBs have been certified open defecation-free. 49 academic facilities have been completed, along with 60 compost pits and construction of 60 more MRFs and 14 compost pits is in progress for crossing of drying wet waste in urban water bodies. 2 compressed biogas projects have been taken up for universities, working universities in progress, and project report for university has been prepared. Proposals along with access to all facilities for the great family. 3.2 lakh houses have been constructed under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, and work on remaining 14,000 is under progress. Land is being provided to all landless beneficiaries of the Awas Yojana. My government has taken a compassionate initiative to provide 5 modules of land to families who have lost their residential land due to landslides, floods, and other natural calamities. This welfare measure is aimed ensuring rehabilitation, security and dignity for affected households. The scheme is being implemented through a transparent process so that displaced and vulnerable families are able to regain their homes and lives with timely government support. Jammu and Kashmir is undergoing a major industrial transformation since 2020. 2,227 organized industrial units with an investment of 15,940 crore have commenced production, generating 2025 was the recruitment process for an additional 23,000 agent posts is currently underway. During the year, 928 appointments were made, including 464 appointments for the next of kin of terror victim families, thereby ensuring dignified livelihoods for families impacted by tragedy and violence. The government, during its first year in office, has sought to combine development with dignity, growth with social justice, and progress with peace. Guided by the vision of inclusive governance, it remains committed to addressing the challenges of unemployment, infrastructure gaps, and social welfare with renewed image and determination. The government has adopted a humane and compassionate approach in dealing with the issues affecting common citizens. Emphasis has been placed on fair treatment, dignity, and sensitivity in administration. Decisions affecting employees, daily laborers, contractual workers, and marginalized groups have been examined with empathy and corrective steps initiated where required. My government is going to use the facility of free public transport for women. This initiative will significantly improve urban mobility, reduce transportation costs for families, and encourage better use of public transport. The expansion of e-bus services and modernization of urban transport system are further contributing to cleaner, affordable, and efficient mobility solutions. In conclusion, I call upon all members of this august house to work together in a spirit of cooperation and shared responsibility. Let us move forward with the unity of purpose, transform challenges into opportunities, and collectively strive to build a Jammu and Kashmir that is peaceful, progressive, inclusive, and prosperous, ensuring dignity, opportunity, and hope of every citizen. Jai Hind.